The pressures of trying to keep up with everything is at an all-time high. And our mindsets are at an all-time low. We are the weakest we've been mentally ever since the beginning of time. And it's even harder. So it's harder with a weaker mind. So all I want to do, my whole drive is about, I have a really good way of visualizing people suffering. Because a lot of people do it. We have two sides of us. We have one side that is that happy-go-lucky side, that nothing's wrong and everything is good. But we have that side at home when no one's around, that's depressed and miserable and we're not good enough. And whatever happened to you is real. So that's my drive. I want to make sure that I give people as much power as I can. So when they get up every fucking morning, they know that, hey, I have the ability to not only survive in this world, but thrive in this world just by the mere fact of hearing about my story. So if I can help out people that way and make you a better human being, that's all it's about, period. Because I don't want anybody suffering the way I suffered.
That was, sometimes I don't feel like working out and I see your videos where you're you're running shirtless.
Right.
And you're giving that message and I'm like, man, and it inspires me to like post another message like of what I'm doing. But have you ever felt like quitting? Like but you've never quit though. Like when you got out of the military,
right?
Like most people that get out of the military, they end up having a really hard life outside of the military.
Right.
How did you come out of the military and not quit and did the opposite? You just went all in and said, you know what, I'm gonna start this business and I'm gonna go all in with that. Like, how'd you do that?
Well, a lot of people, what they do is they have these finish lines. And I have a saying that says, I don't stop when I'm tired, I stop when I'm done. So when I was younger, I didn't have any goals. And it's not really so much about goals, it's just a fucking to-do list. A to-do list. And as a human being, if you don't have a to-do list, you're gonna sit back and just fade away. It's like a lot of people who are in the military, who are in business, who are whatever, they say, hey, I'm gonna do 20 years and I'm gonna retire. Okay, what's next? So I have a what's next list. So then I never sit idle. I never sit idle. There's never one time in my life where I'm sitting back with free time and like just enjoying the sun. I made it. I've arrived. No, I've never arrived. And a lot of people say, are you happy? Because I'm so driven that it almost makes people who are weaker in the mind think, my God, you must not be happy. That's a weaker person's way of saying, you've overachieved, David Goggins, and you're making me feel like shit. So if I'm making you feel like shit, sorry about that.
No,
if I'm making you feel like shit, I'm doing my job. If you ask me if I'm happy, I'm doing my job. Because when I was a weak person, these are some of the things I would ask a very driven person, because I didn't understand what the fuck they were doing. Because they were so driven that my mind was so weak that I was like, they must not be happy. I would find a way to put a title like they're crazy or they're not fulfilled or they're empty, because I didn't have what they had. So basically, if I get these questions, I know I'm exactly where I need to be. I'm making you feel a certain way.
So you stay busy all the time?
All the time.
Like even Sundays?
So even though the good Lord rests, He didn't tell me to.
Yeah.
He didn't tell me to rest.